So recently, our girl Mimi Faust, she had an interview with Carlos King, messy ass Carlos King, and she was talking about love and hip hop, talking about all these different things, and I wanted to, there was something that I just wanted to pick up on. First and foremost, Mimi is gorgeous. She's always been gorgeous. I always felt that she was gorgeous. Um, Very, very beautiful woman. Jocelyn as well. Very beautiful woman. To be fair, Stevie has a good taste in women. Think about Eve, these two, Faith Evans, like very good. He knows how to pick very beautiful women, okay? And Mimi was talking about, the famous love triangle that was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And she was saying that she feels that she should have been paid the same amount as Jocelyn. And I was just like, hmm. Now, Mimi was integral to the plot line of Stevie, Jocelyn, and Mimi. She was integral. However, I classify Mimi as like an A minus character, where Stevie and Jocelyn were the A characters. And this is not shade, but I feel like Mimi could have been somebody else and we would have still gotten the magic out of Jocelyn and Stevie. And Jocelyn has proven that even without the show, even without Stevie, she is still a fan favorite. She's still, she's kind of gone into she's kind of gone into like the pimp madam role, but people tune in to what she's giving. Like, I've got a friend that really, really likes Jocelyn. I like Jocelyn too, but it was like we have a soft spot for Jocelyn, for the Puerto Rican princess. And as much as Mimi was integral, I feel like kind of like Erica and Scrappy, okay? No shade. I'm not saying Erica is not, to me, Erica's another A minus character. The start of that storyline was Mama D. Mama D is what made the Scrappy, for me, like Scrappy had his like moments and Erica had her moments, but there's the start of that storyline was Mama D. Same way the start of Mimi and Jocelyn and Stevie's storyline was Stevie and Jocelyn, more so Jocelyn, right? When Jocelyn and Stevie left the show, Mimi stayed on for some seasons after. She actually kind of became a B character, to be honest with you. Like, she didn't really have a storyline anymore. And obviously then the sex tape with the Nico of it all happened, but Jocelyn and Mimi were still on the show while that was happening. Yeah. And I want to bring something else out about Mimi and Jocelyn, yeah? I feel like Mimi, even on the show and still now, like, she doesn't have to like Jocelyn. I understand why she doesn't like Jocelyn. But Mimi thinks she's better than Jocelyn, I think. She feels like she's like more classier than Jocelyn, or that is how she portrays to be. Okay? She's called Jocelyn a prostitute. She's called Jocelyn everything but a child of God. And I understand why. But Mimi, you ain't that much different from this one. Like, do you know, like, sometimes you meet a guy and he turns you out. Like, men like Stevie J turn you out. I mean, I've never experienced it myself, but from the stories that these two have said and what people from the 90s and all that have said, Stevie J, and I've seen it because something leaked, Stevie is endowed and obviously he's great in bed. Okay? So, Mimi, you are only a mere a mere mortal. You're just a girl. You also fell for the D. You were also stigmatized. This man was cheating on Eve when you lot got together, like properly got together. You knew that he was cheating. Well, you knew Eve was in the picture, but you stayed with him. You had his baby. And then your karma came in the form of Jocelyn. And Jocelyn might not have been the first, but she was definitely the most significant, okay? But she also has a baby with him, and she also got her pepper from Stevie. Both of you have a similar story. We saw she was a stripper, and she dresses provocatively and stuff like that. But you were out here swinging on shower rods. You got a tape out. Like, how is that? To me, it's kind of like the same level. It kind of reminds me of like Tara, Amina, and Peter, where Tara kind of felt like she was better than Amina, but you two were, you two were digmatized. And then you were going baby for baby. Like, you guys are the same. You're not better than you're not better. But I will say, for the Tara, Amina, and Peter situation, I believe both Amina and Tara were both A characters when they were doing that. So if they were getting paid the same, they should have been getting paid the same. I don't really think that was the case here. And this is not to say that Mimi is less than or anything like that in terms of like an entertainment value. But there's just some people that are star and they stand out, and Jocelyn is one of those people, and she's shown that because she's still Jocelyn, she's still the Puerto Rico princess. So yeah.